my mom is in my classroom, bro. Like, I got so many thoughts going on in my head. Like, first off, why are you not outside Caleb's school? Why you not at home? Why are you here? How did you bypass the people I know? How did you bypass me? And why you did not tell me you was coming? Why are you doing a pop-up surprise? So when I walked in immediately, I could feel so many vibes on my body, okay? My nerves, I felt my veins popping out my arms. I felt my veins popping out my arms. My booty cheeks clank, okay? My booty cheeks clanked, okay? I was nervous. It clanked up. My palm of my hands was sweaty, and she was giving me this look. She was giving me this look like, yep. And I'm here. When I walked in, everybody like, oh, your mom here. So I was mad embarrassed. My mom was not sitting where the students were sitting. She was sitting up there with the teachers. So she was sitting right here, and the teacher was sitting over here. Like, that's what the teacher's desk was at. So when I walked in, I'm like, all right, I'm going to just be cool. So I go all the way to the back. Go to the back. Boom. I'm chilling. My mama said, no. Come to the front. That's why you can't hear the teacher. That's why you act like you don't know what's going on. Come to the front, buddy. Come to the front, pal. So I'm like, I was so nervous and worried that she actually really called me out for going to the back. So everybody like, oh, you gotta go in the front. You gotta go in the front. Now here's the deal. That embarrassed me. The teacher like, everybody calm down. Let's get ready for the test. Let's get ready for the quiz. This quiz is very important. This is going to let you know if you go into the next grade, blah, blah, blah. So he started passing out the test. He like, make sure you have your number 2 pencil. If you don't have a number two pencil, raise your hand and you will be given one, right? All right, there we go. So I got my number 2 pencil. I'm waiting on my test. Boom, I get the test. Now I'm sitting in the front, all right? I'm sitting in the front, but my mama is like looking dead at me. So I'm looking at her. She looking at me. I'm looking at her. She looking at me. I'm like, all right. The teacher said, all right, you guys are allowed to have calculators. All right. I was good in math. So I really wasn't tripping on the math. But just to know that my mama there, the pressure is on. Okay. So I'm doing, it's multiple choices bubble. So I'm got my little scratch sheet of paper. So every now and again, I would glimpse and look up. And I looked at her. She was like, the look she was giving me, if looks could kill, I was already dead. So I'm just looking at her like, okay, I ain't gonna look at her no more. For this time, I ain't gonna look at her. So I got done. Boom. As I get done, I flip my test over. All right, everybody's still doing their test. My mama like, and every answer better be right while you flipping it over. You ain't gonna double check it. Double check it now. So I look at her, I'm like, I was good at math. I was passing math with an A when I was failing other subjects. I was math, smooth sailing. I'm getting through that. Science, I'm getting through that. PE, I'm getting through that. So it was just like, when it came to those subjects, you couldn't tell me nothing. So I'm like, okay, I'll flip it over. So I flipped it over. I re-looked at it. I'm going through the sheet. I'm re-looking through it. For her to see that I'm looking through it. I'm not paying attention, but I'm looking through it. Boom. So the teacher, he like, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Everybody stop. Flip your test over. Flip your test over. You should be done. Please make sure your name is on your quiz or you will be assigned an F. Right? Boom, we flip it over. Pass your test to the front. Everybody pass their test to the front. Mind you, I'm in the front of my line of everybody else back there. So boom, we get all the tests. So my mama said, yeah, you can go on ahead and grade Roshan's right now. I want to know what Roshan got right now. Since you the first one that possible. You so done. You the first one that's done. You better pass. So I'm sitting up there like, oh, wait, he said, yeah, I'll pass it. He like, after the class. So boom, the bell rung, everybody left. All right, that was our last class. So my mama sat there, right? My mama sitting there, and when she's sitting there, it's not quietly. She like, yeah, cause I'm sick of you. I'm so tired of you. You better pass. I'm like, but I made sure all the answers right. She say, every answer better be right. So boom, he gets on the first sheet. So I'm standing there, I'm nervous. I'm like, I'm chewing up my nails. I'm looking. So he like, okay, this one right here. He put an X. He like, that one wrong. Then there was one behind it. Then there was one behind that one. 3 X's. So my mama looking like, get another X. I'm like, oh man, I don't want another X. I don't want another one. So long story short, I ended up passing with a B with 88. I still passed. Only got those 3 wrong. Boom. He like, good job. He like, your next experience, I hope this day. He give me that Peter Patter talk. My mama like, yeah, he gonna have more. He got more to deal with. He like, thank you so much. I appreciate you for letting me come in your class. That's what my mama say. Thank you so much. He like, yeah, no problem. He like, good job, Roshan. He like, I hope you enjoy your day. So I'm like, okay. So my mama like, let's go right now. So like, she was still I'm like, and my man like, you ain't happy I just passed. You was saying if I didn't pass, you was gonna skin me alive, basically. So I'm like, what's wrong? Boom. So as I'm walking, we come down the stairs. I'm going to my locker. My mama is in the hallway, just standing in the mind. My mama look young. Me and my mama could have been sisters. She had me when she was 14. So she's just like standing there. So everybody like, dang, you fine, you do. I'm like, man, that's my mom. She say, get your stuff at the locker. Don't. We're not listening to them. Get your stuff at the locker. So Brianna come up like, hey. So my mama said, oh, no. Don't talk to him. She was like, hey, how you doing? She's like, he's in trouble, okay, baby? Sweetheart, run. Run hard and fast, okay? You don't want him. You don't. You don't. Just go ahead. So she said, but I just want to tell you. She said, but I said no, okay, love? See him on your own time. So I'm like, man, she's being a little harsh. In my mind, I'm like, she's being a little harsh. All right, I grab my stuff. We getting ready to walk out. She say, I'm going to deal with you. I'm like, what is wrong with her? Like, whatever. I'm ignoring her. I want to tell her about the basketball game, but I'll just wait. I'm going to go through my dad with this one. Once we get towards the truck, I get in. Mark is sitting in the back. So I'm like, because I went to the back because my mama told me coming out, don't sit in my front. So when I go to the back and open up the door, I see Mark. Mark like, hey, bro. My mama like, get ready. We finna go get Caleb. So I'm sitting, I'm like, I'm hitting his leg like I'm trying to figure out like, hey, like, you got a skewer? Like, my mom was there the whole time while I was testing. You been in a car, bro? Like, I'm lost. So I'm just like, my mama like, I don't want to hear nothing back there. Like, how did she know? She must have looked in that mirror. How did she know? Because we was doing sign language at that time. We pulled up. She got Caleb. We stopped at McDonald's. Caleb got his McDonald's. She didn't even ask us that we want anything. So that's how I knew, okay, this is bigger than big. We pull up. Everybody, we gets out the truck. Everybody's on the block throwing water balloons, having a good time. It's hot outside. We gets inside the house. My mama say, boo man, go take all your clothes off in the hallway so I can grab them and wash them. Go in your room. I'm going to be up there in 1 second, okay? Get ready to eat your food. So I'm standing there, she say, y'all, I'm about to deal with y'all. So I'm standing there like, what we do? So I'm looking at her like, what she like? He like, she didn't say no. She just said like, she tired of us, this and that. She yelling. So I'm like, what? Why she always doing this? Like, what's she on? She comes back. She like, is there anything y'all want to tell me before I tell y'all? So when she says that, I'm normally on beat. Mark normally like, he just gonna stick with his story. So I'm like, what do you mean, Ma? She said, what do you mean, Ma? I just hate the way you respond. She used to hate it because basically I used to come to her basically like respecting her. She didn't like that I was getting like that. She wanted me to get crazy, cry so she can feed off that. So she say, I went into my refrigerator to make Boo Man some eggs. Now, Boo Man, he love boiled eggs. Remember, he loved boiled eggs, ribs, burgers, fries. This is his stuff. Noodles, this is his stuff, right? So she said, I didn't have no eggs. I tell your daddy to go grab some eggs before he get ready to go to work. He said, oh, that's weird, May, because Joanna came over here and said that her house was hit with full of eggs and her front window is broken. They think it was y'all. But mysteriously, I go check and I just bought eggs for Boo Man. A 24, because she had a 24 and a 12, but we took 24. She said, and it's mysteriously gone. So let me guess. The eggs walked out of the refrigerator on their own. So I looked, I said, I didn't eat no eggs. She said, did I say you ate eggs? Was it anything and I said that you ate eggs? And so I'm like, no. She said, Brody, don't say nothing else until I say something else. You got that? So I'm like, yes. She's saying, don't start crying because it's going to make me want to bop you harder. So she looked at Mark. She said, Mark, did you egg these people's house with my eggs that's expensive that I paid for? So he like, no, Ma, no. She said, no, okay. You know what? I'll be right back. She walked off, right? Leave. She leaves out the house. She goes get Joanne and Beth, James, Teddy, Teddy was Beth auntie. They come over there. They're like, yeah, our house was egged. We just didn't know like what was going on. And then Joanne like, yeah, when I talked to you, you know, she's saying like, you said your eggs was missing. And I thought that it had to be them because Beth and Rody Doty and Mark, they keep going back and forth with each other so much. So that's the only reason why, because Beth been on this block for a long time. They was on a block before before my mom bought that home, before she got it redone after Kayla birthed it up. Beth never been on that block. So Beth really didn't have no beef. Remember I told you Beth was popular. Everybody liked it, Beth. So Joanne was like, it just had to be, I just figured out it had to be them. So my mom said, yeah, well, it was just mysteriously just 24 eggs is just gone and I just bought them yesterday. Like, ain't nobody eating them many eggs. It's a lot of food items to go through. So Joanne was like, yeah, I just worried about the front window. She like, that need to be repaired. She said, you know what, they gonna repair it. Don't worry about it because I know they did it. I know they did it. So all of a sudden, as my mama talking, my cell phone go off. And as it going off, it's going off. My mama looks at me and say, I know you don't got no phone. I just know you don't got no phone.